We're talking a little bit about the Steelers and Mike Tomlin and what he had to say about Patrick Peterson and Le'Veon Bell, or what he didn't have to say about those two guys. Also about Cleveland. The Pens are winning 3-2 right now, and I am exhausted, Gene. I spent a week at Disney World, and you know what that's like. I probably walked 35 miles.
I do. Congratulations to you. You did it the right way. You went wall to wall every single day.
Every day.
I understand you had a princess dinner every night.
5 princess dinners, dinners with all the characters, Chef Mickey's,
That's the way to do
all
it.
these places.
That's the way we used to do it too. Every time we went wall to wall every day. The best time I ever had at Disney was one of the boys, Terminator. When he was 1, I got to go back to the condo and take a nap with him in the middle of the day. It was the best thing.
I tried to do that. My mom came with us, and she said she would take the kids back and hang out at the pool. I said, no, you're not getting out of this.
No,
you're spending 12 hours at this park with me.
I'm not born yesterday, Mom.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, but it was a great trip. I am a little tired, though. We didn't get back until late last night, but it was a fun time. Always fun time at Disney. And the best part about it, though, is I had a chance to see my 2 little girls see the castle and the princesses for the first time. That was the first day. And that was the coolest experience. And then they were tired after that, and they really didn't want to be there. They did say, which I think was funny because you spend a lot of money on these Disney trips. My daughters are 4.5 and 3, Gene. And I asked them on the last day, I said, so, did you like this? My oldest daughter said she likes Kennywood better than Disney World. And my youngest daughter said she'd rather go to Chuck E. Cheese. So I wasted all this money to go to Disney World, and I could have just went to Chuck E. Cheese at Kennywood.
God bless them. That's great.
All right, so it was like Disney World over at the Steelers there for a few weeks, but it seemed like things have settled down a little bit, Gene. And now they're in first place, and still no Le'Veon Bell. So can we just stop talking about this, I guess?
I was not aware that Le'Veon Bell wasn't there yet. That's the first I've heard of this.
Oh, is it? Yeah. I mean,
because nobody's talking about it.
No, and Mike Tomlin doesn't want to talk about it. But someone did ask him about Patrick Peterson too, because there's those rumors. This is a guy that could help this secondary, especially because they don't know who the other corner is going to be outside besides Joe Hayden.
Right.
Artie Burns, Cody Sensabaugh, Cam Sutton have been rotating. And, you know, I guess that's good for competition. But if you could land a guy like Peterson, I think if you could get him, I don't know what you'd have to give up, maybe a first rounder, but he would be a guy that would really fit in. It seems like some of these players are really trying to, you know, are in favor of it. Ramon Foster said, and then Antonio Brown tweeted it today as well.
Well, if Antonio tweeted it, it must be true. But I would go. I would deal a first round for Patrick Peterson. I think he's that kind of player, really reliable player. But you know, the Steelers haven't done well when they've done this, and they so rarely do it. And Mike Tomlin didn't even want to talk about it today, so that leads me to believe that it's not going to happen. But they've also brought in some terrible cornerbacks in trades. Boykin from Philadelphia a couple of years ago didn't work out at all. So I don't know. I would do it, but you know, that's no guarantee that it's going to solve anything. And
not only him, but the guy from Cleveland, I can't even remember his name, the former first rounder that they gave up like a 7th round pick for.
I can't remember his name either.
That's how much he really stood out. But yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, I like that people are talking about it, and it's fun to speculate what you'd give up for him. But I think this is the team you're going with. And you know, if you get Le'Veon Bell back, yeah, that's great. It's like trading for the best running back at the trade deadline. And you know, there was some speculation that he was going to come here during the bye week. That hasn't happened. So you know, that report came from ESPN, and now there's really no report. You know, I think a couple of these national guys are speculating he may be after the trade deadline.
Well, you know, I just want to caution you. Everything will change on this if Le'Veon Bell hits the Mega Millions tonight.
Did he play?
I'm sure he played.
Yeah, because you could play in Florida, because I was watching it on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was in Orlando.
I'll bet he's got 100
Disney
tickets.
World. Yeah, he could play, and then he doesn't have to worry about how much he's going to get paid.
That's right. You can come in, play comfortably.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to play comfortably here tonight. Give us a call, 412-575-2600 is the number. You can always tweet me at Rich Walsh. Back in a couple minutes.